Uh, is it punk? Yes, it's certainly a small punk. I don't know if it's a small punk today or a significant punk. I want to watch Happy against Infi from a recent Kemi Cup just because I have absolutely no idea how did Happy lose to Infi. Because as much as I respect Infi as a player, he's usually about one whole tier worse than player than a Happy, so Infi is Happy is an S tier player and Infi is A, B plus tier player, so yes, that's quite interesting. How did Happy lose? One of possible explanations that I got, I don't really know if it's something uh, that has any connection to truth or not, because of course I haven't watched the game yet. Is that right now with so many tools uh, in the pockets, Undead has to play a bit more creatively than Happy is used to, because Happy right now is used to playing ghouls. He perfected ghouls. He's very good at playing solo ghouls, a ton of ghouls. And right now ghouls were nerfed, slightly nerfed, but still nerfed. It wasn't a slight nerf, but it was a very necessary one. Um, so I guess Happy didn't just adapt yet, because he never was a very flexible player. He always had trouble with how he leans towards standard builds, standard creeping routes, standard fights, and can't uh, can't be creative whatsoever. Uh, so that may be the reason. In general, he may have just played like a complete potato, and everything I say is of no factor. We're looking at a channel of some Spanish guy. I guess he's Spanish. Uh, Hispano-hablante, Spanish speaking. So there will be no sound, because he also comments over the normal Warcraft 3 sounds. I will shit talk as much as I only could. Okay, of course, the opening is quite the default on both sides. Happy is playing Crypt Lord. Why is the camera in place? Please move your camera, whoever is. Eh? Will we not have camera moving? Oh no. No, the person wakes up. Uh, Archmage against Crypt Lord. It'll be a quick expansion from Happy. On Springtime it's completely fine. It's very hard to play as a human against an undead on Springtime, because expansion is very easy to defend on an undead side. And yet Happy managed to lose. How? How the hell did it happen? Good timing on his Tomb of Relics. Of course, he needs a skull. Crypt Lord will get out. Crypt Lord will. Did an acolyte prepare a sacrifice? I really hope so. I don't like this model for Archmage. That's awful. It shouldn't exist in the game. But I guess it's a lesser evil and something that gives money to Blizzard. So Happy Creeps quite well. Could we please move the camera a little bit back? No? Is the whole game so zoomed in? I hope not. Anyway, let's hope that it's not true. There is a better Zoom. Ah, you've played with this Zoom for quite a long time. Get used to it. Infi is creeping his own expansion, and he decides to not be aggressive because there is absolutely no reason to be aggressive on springtime. You will not be there in time to stop Undead's expo, to stop a ziggurat at least. You can always stop an Undead's expo. And right now, Happy is creeping a large spot, losing HP on his, mostly on the Beatles. Level 3 Creep Lord will help a lot. Arcane Tower, which is not Arcane Tower, of course, but something completely different is ready. And Happy decides to attack Infi's expert to lose his own. He will not likely lose a ziggurat here, and that's all he cares about, really, because he will be able to rebuild his expo. Could you please use an impale? It'll give you 2 kills, 3 kills. Really happy. 3 creep kills are quite nice to have. And the game lags at least a little bit. God, I'm not used for it to be so zoomed in. Does it really get better? Oh, in the next match. So this match we're looking with a full zoom. Nerubian Tower is being repaired. Infi got no HP, Happy got a large healing potion, and Archmage will suffer if he meets the Crypt Lord, although Crypt Lord got no more impales on board, so okay, Archmage will not really suffer, at least not all that much. Happy kills a lot of acolytes. Of course, he doesn't need anything but Beatles and Crypt Lord level 3 to murder a lot of peasants, and he comes back to defend his ziggurat. Meh, it's mostly because he just can't achieve more in an enemy's base. It's walled off properly. So here Happy comes back, Happy will repel all the footmen, and it's a win for him. It's quite a confident victory because I doubt human will be able to recover. Yes, Happy lost quite a few ghouls, but Archmage is in trouble. Happy, of course, got completely fine economic situation. These elementals are problematic, of course, but Archmage is not well, and elementals alone are not enough to destroy ziggurats. He wants to save the ziggurat, he wants to repair it. This acolyte made a mistake because he had to come back and return on creep and then heal up. But instead he decided to fight. It's not his fucking job. And why is my chat still on from the last game? Really, what happened? Why didn't my chat clear itself? It's a new stream. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. And I'm feeling good. No, the chat is still here. For hell's sake, I've got to remove it myself. Okay, the chat is gone. If anyone wants to write me anything, anyone can do it normal way. My chat on my phone is still completely fine. Infi is trying to establish his tower on his expansion again, but Beetles are eating peasants, and of course Beetles level 2 are very good at eating peasants. Archmage is healing up, but these footies will lose regeneration effects, and Cryptlord got no boots yet, but he will quite soon. These ghouls got rid of the tower, and yeah, Infi got no chances in this game. Yes, he can cancel Happy's expansion once again, but doesn't matter all that much. Second elemental. The moment Happy will have Beatles level 3, it'll be over. It's so over. Happy is making second Tomb of Relics. Strangely not on an expansion, because he's a bit afraid that that it will get cancelled, but okay, it's understandable. And he will have his wands quite soon. Wands of negation, wands of what? Wands of Dispel. Yes. These are wands of Dispel. This expansion will die. That was bad by Happy. He lost an expo, he didn't repair an expo. Human got no money, human got nothing really. He's at tier 1. Happy is also at tier 1, I believe. Is he the... Why did he buy... why did he make second tomb in this case? God, it's so painful to watch it so zoomed in. How did I play the game this way for so long? It's fine. The expo will die once again, but fine. Did Happy not cancel it again? Oh, happy. Elementals are going down. Cryptlord is getting close to level 5, but he's not there yet. Are we there yet? No, not yet, sweetie. Now he's level 5. It'll be either Impale level 3 or Beetles level 3. Beetles level 3, of course, will make a short work of all these footies. Beetles level 3 are incredibly dangerous, but Impale level 3 could give him a kill on an Archmage, but I guess it's not what he desires. At the same time, why is he trying to establish his expansion? Still. There is no freaking reason. Happy is attacking again. That's just painful to watch. I mean, Infi is attacking again. Happy is... I don't know why Happy didn't try to attack to tier 2. For some reason, he just hates his Wand of Dispel, Wand of Negation, Wand of whatever. Because it's something that completely stops human from producing elementals. It's just constant silence on an Archmage. Yes, elementals level 2 are dangerous. Yes. Yes, it's true. Impale. All these footies will die. Archmage will get away, but finally Happy was able to establish an expansion, and that's all. That's over. No cancel means Happy wins. Next match. Now we'll look at it in a normal definition, right? Resolution. Yeah, resolution. Zoom. Yeah, it looks way better. So, Infi against Happy. Happy won the first game. Um, On Tide Hunters, it's hard to say who is in a better spot because as much as the map is quite large, positions of your expansions are very close. At least of those expansions that are easy to creep. So when Archmage will go to his top expo and Cryptlord will go to his top expo, Archmage will be able to attack the Cryptlord because before Cryptlord comes to his comes to his expo, while establishing his own expo at the same time, and it's almost an ideal scenario for human, and it's the only scenario when the game was getting equal before this patch. I don't know about now. Now maybe it will give some advantage to him. So Infi will of course go to his. Oh no, he really decides to creep his laboratory first. Interesting. That's very interesting. Because if he gets some good item like belt, no, not belt, like cloak of giant intelligence, yeah, it certainly is a cloak of giant intelligence, mantle of intelligence, +6, he will be able to apply a lot of pressure to Happy Sexpa, even before he'll get close to. Oh, it's Vampiric. Vampiric is nice to have, Vampiric is awesome to have, but not as good early on. Yes, when you'll have a shit ton of footies, Vampiric will help a lot in fights against ghouls, in fights against beetles, and fights against generally almost everything. Happy decides to waste an impale on a single footman. That is sort of a waste because he will not have access to any mana regeneration for a while, and so it's less beetles, it's less of everything. Really, elementals are still level 1, but he will be able to cancel the expo with just Footis and Alice. This elemental doesn't have to be here. Yeah, that was a terrible decision to move him around this place. 3 Footies will die, and it should be also a win for Happy because I don't know why Infi controlled his armies in such a terrible way. But of course you can creep your expo as a human with just your peasants, and it's exactly what he is doing. 7 peasants should be enough. Happy will not be able to interfere, at least not be able to interfere in some major way. Infi takes an item, claws are amazing. Vampiric is fine. It's questionable, but it's fine. Happy got enough mana for summoning beetles, but he got surrounded. Oh, that's why he lost. What was I saying about playing like a potato? Cryptlord getting surrounded so early in the game against units without any additional speed, like Putis and peasants. No, it's a loss for Happy. He will not be able to recover from it. There's absolutely no way he'll be able to recover from it. His expansion will establish itself, of course, but it gives human enough time to establish his own expansion. Archmage is level 3, while Crypt Lord is only level 2. Yes, it's 2.9, but it's still only level 2. And he needs at least one more Footman kill, and of course Archmage got himself. Archmage got himself a TP out, which is a TP staff. And Happy will not have enough mana. He wasted his mana on an impale to catch an Archmage. So he will not be able to catch an Archmage again. Finally, Happy is level 3, but these ghouls should die. At least a lot of these ghouls should die. I would make an Arcane Sanctum in place of... I mean, yes, of course, anyone would make an Arcane Sanctum if it was possible on tier 1 as a human, but I mean Arcane Vault. A shop! A freaking shop! Yes, and on an expansion, of course, not in the main base. Expansion is established by human. Another arcane tower would not be a bad idea. Happy got no mana. That's his main problem. He got no mana. He got no future because he got no mana. And it'll be the end of him quite soon. Because human will be able to just push him with additional units on tier 2 at 70 limit or so. If only the script lord didn't play like a fat, stupid beetle as he is. Didn't move. But yet again, there is... Oh, Happy is making second Tomb of Relics, a bit early this time. Third Tomb of Relics. Interesting. No, you can sustain 3 staffs. You can sustain 2, but 3 staffs are completely unsustainable. Maybe he doesn't have his first one, but he bought a sacrificial skull, so he got one. There is a fight for Murlocs, which human is winning right now, but not in the most convincing manner. Because Archmage is afraid that Cryptlord will just kill him through the surround. I mean, there wouldn't be a kill, but it would certainly be a TP out. Archmage is healing up. This Impale is solely to stop this healing process, but Archmage got another stuff of... another scroll of regeneration, rejuvenation, whatever. Happy is buying scroll of healing because he got enough money. His expansion is working, everything is fine on his side. Illusions are quite useful, but there is an attack from Infi. Infi will not lose his Archmage, of course, because he got a Zeppelin. Necropolis should be cancelled. Canceling the Necropolis on expansion, that's a lot of problems for an undead. Yes, it was just cancelled, no repair. It was not ready. Was it cancelled or was it killed? It's just 200 gold. Happy doesn't care about 200 gold any longer. And now Happy should buy stuff of negation. Stuff of dispel. Stuff of whatever. Three scary Nerubian lords. Nerubian knights. Crypt lords, for hell's sake. Who cares? Infi losing footies, but he's dealing significant damage to acolytes. Of course, only a limited number of ghouls can attack footmen in this position. More footies should die. A lot of footies may die here, and it will be completely fine. Happy buys. Happy finally got himself a Staff of Negation. One elemental was dispelled. Oh, Gargoyle is a problem. Yes. Infi instantly decides to TP out, and he was able to save his Zeppelin, I believe. Yes. Zeppelin is alive. Gargoyles, of course, are very problematic against human when you've got a Zeppelin. And these are two workshops and 2 Griffin Aviaries, so it's tier 3. Yes, of course it's tier 3, it's half done. It's tier 3, it's human air. Of course, you get yourself gyrocopters, you get yourself griffins, and then you kill ghouls in seconds. And by seconds, I mean the number of seconds that you can count on one hand. You can deal with gargoyles, you can deal with destroyers. Oh, that's an awful surround. But of course, Archmage got himself another TP, and human evacuates. That was still quite a painful economic loss, but nothing too damaging. Gargoyle died. Now Zeppelin can be used again. Safe units. Impales are awful, scary, and everything else what we can say about impales. One tower goes down, another tower should be repaired. But there's another impale. Finally, and that is out of mana, but the Knight of the Living Ghouls is here. And these ghouls are rampaging. It's the rampage. Mountain King is level 2. Clap, yeah, it's Bolt and Clap, of course, because of how many ghouls around. Oh, that's one dead. What is he doing here, Happy? Really, what is your level 1 Death Knight doing there? That's a very good question. I'm really sorry. There are a ton of fans of Happy in the internet and all around the world. But it was just bad. He lost Cryptlord in the first game for absolutely no reason. No, he lost something else in the first game. He lost Cryptlord here in the second game, in the beginning, for absolutely no reason, and bought him back. Now he lost Death Knight for about the same reason. Level 1 hero just decided that his Frostmourne is craving blood and attacked, and it didn't end up well for him. So, any upgrades? Only defense on one side. Happy gets himself an unholy strength because he's trying to negate the nerf, I believe. That's his idea of negating the nerf. There should be at least one staff of salvation on humans, so these griffins are not really in danger. These are griffins, not griffins. Who gives a shit? More gyrocopters against gargoyles. Of course, gyrocopters are amazing against gargoyles, but against two gargoyles, you can just deal with them as it is. So, the game number 2 ended. I guess Happy didn't win this one. So it was 1-1. Did he leave? Did he lose? Oh no, is it a remake really? Happy was losing! Come on, Happy was losing quite obviously. Human was going into his... oh god, why is it 0-1? It should be 1-1. Wow. I don't know who left. I don't know who had a disconnect. Maybe if it was Infi who disconnected, he just felt a bit uncomfortable to somehow argue with the decision that it was a remake, it was a rematch, because it was sort of his fault. And disconnecting and then asking that you should be given a win is a bit too much. It was not my internet login, by the way. It was of the guy who was casting. So, Happy against Infi. Oh no, he was given the victory. Okay. It's 1-1. Happy didn't disconnect. He left. It was quite obvious that he was losing and that he had no future in this game. So, Autumn Leaves. More of an undead map because you can quite easily establish an expansion. Yes, it will not be the most secure expansion, but it will be quite a quick one, and quite an easy one. At the same time, just one ziggurat will slow down Archmage on a large chunk of this map, and for a very long time. So in the end, this position of an expansion, yes, it's open, it's very dangerous, but if you place a ziggurat somewhere next to this rock formation, yeah, of course, I can use the YouTube, the normal computer mouse to look at the screen. Somewhere next to the rock formation, you can quite easily control Archmage in a very large area. So Happy's creeping his more secure location. That's interesting because in the end it will not likely be the more secure location. Ziggurat was not established. And Happy is in trouble already. Not in a lot of trouble. Human has to TP out. No, Human got a clock. That was a lucky clock. Happy got himself a Ring of Regeneration. That's an amazing item for a Creep Lord early on because you will always be at full HP. Additional HP regeneration on top of your 2 HP regeneration on Creep is amazing. On Blight, it's Blight. Who gives a shit? Human places tower at the other side of an expo, but of course he doesn't care about controlling anything. He just wants some safety for himself. Happy Ziggurat is not done yet. One peasant will die. Another peasant will die. At least 2 ghouls should die for this transgression. Yes, yes, yes. Third peasant dies. Happy is perfectly aware that he's losing ghouls here. But killing 3 peasants is more or less worth it. Not economically right now, of course, because ghouls are 360 gold and 3 peasants are, of course, what? Oh god, I'm so stupid, 225. But in the end, these peasants will not build an expansion quickly, will not. So expansion will not start mining. So in the end, it's worth it. Nerubian Tower is not ready yet. Now it's ready. Now it's a good moment to slow down at least 3 footies. This expansion will be cancelled, which is a disaster for Happy, but for some reason he decided to let Archmage go. Because under the Nerubian Tower effect, without boots, Archmage would die. Would use the TP out, of course, not die per se, but it's still a big loss. Another attack from an Archmage. Archmage is level 2. This elemental should be slowed, surrounded, and killed. Yes, yes. Switch Nerubian to an Archmage instantly. Yeah. That was a good decision. TP is used. Archmage will be afraid for a little while, but his own expo is established. His own expo is working. He may want to add another tower on his own expo because Happy will be relentless in his attacks. Oh no, Happy decides to creep. That's a mistake. That's quite a large mistake. There is nothing that justifies this creeping. Make another ziggurat on your expo, please. Maybe make a necropolis. Right now, Archmage is trying to heal his butt, but it just doesn't happen. He started tier 2, and Happy didn't even think about tier 2 yet, which is a major disadvantage because again, Wand of Negation is so incredibly good. Oh, he started as Ziggurat, but he started in Necropolis, I mean. But really, Necropolis instead of tier 2. Now start tier 2. From what of this money? Just do it. Do it. You get 325, and it should be an instant yes, yes. It's an instant tier 2. It was so important. Now Happy got a certain chance in this game. Otherwise it would be unwinnable. Yes, human will be quicker. Human will have a bunch of casters, but Happy should win. If he doesn't make a lot of mistakes, losing 10 ghouls would be a mistake. I mean, yes, he's murdering some peasants, he's dealing damage to the towers. The tower was cancelled, so it's not even so much damage. Some peasants should die, 2 ghouls died, 3 ghouls will die right now. Yes. There is a Zeppelin by Infi, but Zeppelin is suffering. And the Shredder. The Shredder is, of course, to solve problems with mining, to solve problems with lumber, because Infi doesn't want to remake too many peasants. It's pricey and it's not effective. It takes a lot of your food limit. Meanwhile, Shredder is perfectly able to harvest enough lumber to sustain the whole human's economy by itself. Tier 3 is being instantly purchased, researched, and it will likely be Griffins again, but right now Happy is in a way better position. Happy got all the chances. Yes, that's another another attack by ghouls. Another tower is going down. A few peasants should go down. TP out should be used. But no, instead he decides to just stand for a little while longer. I doubt it was worth it. Tower went down, mining was cancelled for a little while, so I guess it was worth about 2 ghouls, and it's about as many as he lost. 3 beetles alive right now, 10 ghouls alive right now. He's constantly attacking the ghouls. He's making his first gargoyle, making Death Knight. Human is defending his expo. Of course, 2 workshops. Of course, Griffin Aviary. What should Happy make? Not much, really. Happy should just buy Wands of Negation. 2 Wands of Negation would be amazing. Just buy both on. Does he even have? Does he even have the second Tomb of Relics? Yes, the third Tomb of Relics is not needed whatsoever, but the second one is pretty much mandatory. That was a good stun by Human, preventing an impale on. Did Zeppelin die? No. Zeppelin is fine. It got wrecked a little bit, but it's more or less alive. Two Wands of Negation, 2 elementals are being instantly killed. Nothing is of danger to these gargoyles right now. And Happy is making destroyers. Okay, that's an interesting switch, because destroyers are not that amazing against gyrocopters, but destroyers work quite well against all these footies against towers that human will have in mass. And they are not that terrible against gyrocopters, to be honest, especially when destroyers got mana. Death Knight is alive, and not even barely alive. Book of Death is being used, is being lost. So Gyros will not be able to kill this gargoyle. Oh, will they? Oh god, they will. And Happy switches to Fiends for some reason. That's a bit early, Web. Because, I mean, I understand for what reason is he's switching to Fiends. The problem is that this Web is a bit too early. Oh no, he got to Fiends already. Web to Gyros are going down. Of course, Web is on autocast, and I didn't have to scream. There was no reason for me to scream. Infi is getting the biggest spot on the map. I hate the freaking skins on heroes. Admiral Proudmoore, yes, as a paladin, of course. It's not easy to read who the hell is who in the fights when you've got Admiral Proudmoores and Fire Elementals as your freaking Archmages. Happy gets at least a few creeps on this spot. Well, then he got himself a belt of giant strength, of course it adds a lot to his survivability, and now Happy doesn't have enough statues, enough destroyers potential right now. Yes, he got a destroyer upgrade, it's a good moment to lift up at least one. He is just surrounding Archmage, losing one Fiend for that. No, you don't want to lift a destroyer, okay. That's fine with me. But could you please buy another Wand of Negation on your Lich and not just an orb? No, he. Oh god, why? Oh no, he cancelled the Disease Cloud. I was I was a bit uncertain why he decided to research it, but it was a misclick, I believe. Happy is creeping the red spot, that's a good thinking. Then he'll have two green spots, and or he may decide to contest another red spot because he knows that human isn't creeping it. Human with three griffons simply doesn't have the power to creep the red spot quickly enough. So Happy may decide to to go to the another golem. What did he get from the first one? Oh god, it's Pipe of Brilliance. It's a bonk, and it's really hard to lose as an undead when you've got a bonk. In his creeping, happy caught. Oh, that should be one dead Archmage. That's one barely alive Archmage, but in the end, that should be at least 3-4 dead Griffins. Maybe Archmage comes back. Archmage is alive, barely alive. But he can summon a few elementals. He can be of nuisance. Another Fiend goes down. Another Fiend goes down. Third Griffin goes down. I believe Happy didn't lose in this fight. He didn't win in this fight, but he didn't lose either. He got quite a good chunk of experience. Archmage was made to tip. No, he didn't. He stuffed back. He ran away and then he stuffed back. So there was no TP out. I would certainly want to see I would certainly like to see another Staff of Salvation on human. Happy takes another yellow spot. Human is taking whatever life gives him. Human is at 80, but a large chunk of this 80 are peasants. There should be, no, 20 peasants. It's not that many. But taking into account that he also got a shredder, it's certainly that too many. Could you please kill a chunk of your peasants? You can kill at least 5 and not feel any negative effect. Leech is level 3. It's a helmet of of might, of small wings on your temples. Yeah, a helmet of small wings on your temples. What does it do? It adds nicely looking wings on your temples. Happy returns. Armies are relatively equal, I would say. How many Oh god, it's only 2 statues. Okay, armies are not equal. And Happy needs a ziggurat. Happy absolutely needs a ziggurat right now. Otherwise he will not be able to lift destroyers at some point, because he will forget that he is foot blocked. He will make another fiend here and completely forget that he is foot blocked. 79 foot. All the statues on the ground. Human may decide to switch to Blizzard, of course, and it would be a good decision because right now elementals are a bit out of date. Human is going 100, and Happy is making a ziggurat finally. Oh, fragmentation shells. So he wants to support his army with mortar teams. It's not that bad against Finns, of course. It adds additional damage to Finns, and Finns usually will get a lot of splash damage because Finns do not do not run away that well. This paladin is endangered, by the way. He's not endangered, he's in danger. Nova? I believe you could. No, no, this paladin is in danger. This paladin should get impaled and then stuffed. Yes, to safety. Yeah, but it's not me who is in danger. I am the danger. But no, it's an instant TP out. Death Knight barely alive, but still alive. Paladin is fine. Paladin will live. Oh, catch all these gyrocopters, please, and kill them all. Poor elemental. He was just a bit lost. Happy is catching something else. Yes, he has to TP out, but he is getting something each time that in the end gives him level 5 Crypt Lord, level 3 Impale, almost level 4 Death Knight. Добрый вечер, господин Розанон. Пока еще Warcraft, пока еще английский, пока еще Happy против Infi. Вы рано. Если вас, конечно, не интересует классический Warcraft. Oh, bombs. Infi is researching bombs. That's an interesting decision because usually bombs are relatively useless against an undead, since and that will just upgrade a few ziggurats to spirit towers. And as much as bombs are quite nice against buildings, you will lose more gyros all the time when an undead will lose his units, will lose in the cost of ziggurats. Mm, more griffins, just a ton more griffins, and TP against the TP all the time. But no longer. That was a good TP by Happy. The only hope human has is that he didn't lose too much. He lost about what 12 limit. That's fine. Yes, but it's still a lot more than a cost of a TP, and of course Happy got all the experience. Finally level 2 Oron Death Knight. It helps. It helps immensely, both with health regeneration and with the fact that you now reach your destination quicker. And of course, against destroyers with mana, towers do not exist. Towers are just there to land a few shots, so that was a terrible positioning by human. Although Mountain King found himself in the middle of an enemy ranks, and now Happy evacuates, losing one destroyer, but it was generally worth it, more or less. He also lost about 12 limit or so, maybe slightly more. Human is almost 4.9, human is almost 5. I would certainly switch to Blizzard right now. I have absolutely no idea why he sticks to water elementals. The trait is coming. Human got no towers on his expo, so the expo will fall relatively quickly. Happy's expo, of course, also will fall, but again, killing a ton of peasants brings Creep Lord closer and closer to level 6. Happy was not quick on selling his buildings, but it's fine. Creep Lord is 5.6. Human lost an expansion. Happy lost an expansion. I don't know who has more money in the main. Oh, mains are out already, for hell's sake, and for quite a long time. So it's likely the last fight of this match. One slaughterhouse goes down, but nobody cares about this slaughterhouse in the first place because, of course, you will not be able to sustain production from 2 slaughterhouses, and Happy got 1. Well and running. Creep Lord gets wrecked slowly, but he should be fine. Frost armor is being cast on him, and under the frost armor he is quite powerful. Finally, Happy is using frost armor on correct units. Destroyers of falling. That's bad. That's awful. Happy needs more HP. Happy needs to survive until his Creep Lord will get to level 6. The best decision human made here was taking clap on his Mountain King. And right now, the main reason why human is feeling so good is because he got clap. Clap on a Mountain King is glorious. And now Happy loses the game. I don't really know if he was fighting that perfectly or a human was able to mass a lot of gyrocopters, and with griffins, gyrocopters are quite nice. Maybe instead of Leech as a third hero, he would like to have a creep Dreadlord as the third hero, because of course Crypt Swarm deals with Jairus very quickly, and Jairus can't be healed with scrolls of healing, so so Dreadlord is amazing against Gyrocopters, and Cryptlord doesn't do a lot against air for quite an obvious reason. So maybe leveling Dreadlord to level 4 would be a very good idea. Because Nova here was not doing much. Infi was able to save all his heroes. When you get to tier 3 on human, you get Staff of Salvation. When you get to tier 3 on human, you get multiple staves of salvation and paladin and whatnot. So, concealed heal. Concealed heal. I'd say it's a bit easier for an undead to play on concealed heal than for a human. You can play gargoyles, you can quite quickly creep dragons with gargoyles if you decide to go to crypts and quick expo and establish your expo and play gargoyles. Why is it Infi against Fortitude? Why is this? Oh, it was. Oh god, it was best of 3, so Happy already lost. And now we're looking at finals. Infi against Fortitude, and Infi decided to play as an undead, because he really doesn't have much chances against Fortitude as a human. Yeah, I have to rename my stream. Give me a second. Infi vs Fortitude. Also Kemi Cup. And also on YouTube. Details. Infi vs Fortitude. Fortitude deserves some respect. Kemi Cup. Do I really want to watch another both 3, both 5? I'll watch a few games at least. Altar de Oscuridad. Yeah, it's an altar of darkness. Yeah, I like Spanish streamers. The Spanish language is awesome. And this Archmage. Who is the no-name? Whoever it is. It's Fortitude, of course. Fortitude is playing his main race as a human. And Infi is playing his off race as an undead. And it's Dark Ranger first. Interesting! It gets very interesting. Yeah, Creep Lord, Expo, who gives a shit? You take Dark Ranger and you start sucking. You suck them dry, my lady. Just go and suck them dry. Of course, Militia is able to get through Life Drain level 1. It's it's a lot of healing, but not enough healing to completely avoid and to completely negate the damage that Militia deals. Along with a few footies and with an Archmage and with elementals and with everything else. An Archmage is just running towards the fountain to heal up. And 5 moguls are coming, will it be? I wouldn't mind seeing a tower rush here. From an undead, yes. But he needs to research backpack and he needs to bring a sacrificial skull in this case. Dark Ranger is still level 1, one peasant died, it's not so much, but at the same time, Fortitude is losing a lot of mining time. And of course, Dark Ranger doesn't give a shit about any damage that she suffers from, because it'll be healed up. Another peasant dies, a lot of skeletons died, Archmage is level 2. That's basically all he desires, to have Arcane Blizzard Aura. Oh god, Blizzard Aura, yes. Brilliance Aura level 1. Because it helps. Having Blizzard Aura level 1 gives you constant mana regeneration, so you feel way more confident trading. Because you can do whatever the crap you want to do for as long as you don't have full mana, and it sort of regenerates, and it regenerates quicker than on an enemy, so all the skirmishes turn a little bit better for you. Tier 2 is almost ready for human, Tier 2 is almost ready for an undead. No. Why does it lag? Is it for me? I doubt it. Yes, I doubt it. It was for a streamer. Uh, of course, it'll be fiends, it will be destroyers, tier 3s instantly started, because Infi tries to bomb his enemy with destroyers. I believe it will be classic 3 for Destros, 3 with mana. Of course, rifles are not a solution, towers are not a solution. By the way, Fortitude really wants some towers. Another ghoul will fall. Oh no, it will fall down. There is no future for this ghoul. Yes, this ghoul is going down. Forestal Oscura. Why is it state forest? I mean, it's a shadow of the forest, but really? Forestal? Not Busqueda? Because, of course, forest in Spanish is Busque. Dark Ranger is finally level 2. A good moment to creep quickly, very quickly, because she'll have Black Arrow right now, and with the Black Arrow she'll have a ton of skeletons to adjust her creeping, to assist her in creeping. So she will be able to creep very, very quickly right now. And to generally just vacuum clean the her half of the map. I'm not certain it'll work against the red spot, because he's going gargoyles, and gargoyles will deal with the dragon. It's exactly what I said in front before the match started. Yeah, already for skeletons, he's using black arrows really sparingly, of course, because you don't want them on an autocast. One gargoyle should not be enough against a dragon. Two gargoyles should be just for hell's sake. Whoever the guy is, he got a very strange subscription announcements. Dark Ranger is tanking, taking all the damage, draining the dragon. Meanwhile, Gargoyle is slowly fighting through his scales. What was the item? Oh, rune bracers. Rune bracers are quite nice on an undead here, because, of course, you become way more resistant to Stormhammer, to Paladin's Holy Light, and it will really help for an undead to save either Dark Ranger, but most likely to save his Death Knight, because Death Knight is your source of healing, and the only unit he can't heal is the Death Knight itself, of course. But a lot of ghouls died. Quite a lot of ghouls died. Humans trying to kill a gargoyle, but I doubt he'll succeed. Yes, another ghoul goes down, but here is the Lich. The Lich is coming, and now him got to evacuate. Killing some elementals is a good idea. Dark Ranger is getting close to level 3. Turn off your black arrow, please. You got only one statue and it's not enough to provide enough mana regeneration. Will he go life drain level 2 or black arrow level 2? That's an interesting question. Of course, black arrow adds a lot of damage to Dark Ranger. Okay, he went black arrow level 2, but life drain level 2 makes you close to invulnerable. He may also decide to respect from life drain completely into silence because human is playing Maskcasters and Maskcasters suffer from silence. All these priests will not be happy about their life existence and everything when they will be struck with mass silence. And Death Knight got no mana, so Dark Ranger has to evacuate. At least one priest died, maybe two priests died at the same time, and that is also losing units. Nobody got any expansions whatsoever. Human is making his first armor upgrade, and that doesn't go creature attack for some reason. Yeah, that was a good dispel by Destroyer. Human is trying to be aggressive, but I guess he'll pay dearly for it. Ghoul dies, but also this Fiend should die. But also Rifle should die, and the Footy should die, and it's more or less equal trade, and yes, human got to evacuate. And this Mountain King behind the lines was quite close to death, but he got boots. And he got large healing potion, and another Rifle dies. That's interesting. And for some reason, Infi isn't going for more destroyers. I don't really know why. He may decide to make more gargoyles. Gargoyles are amazing against human casters because you kill priests so quickly. And now human. The main reason was, of course, that human was creeping this granite golem very greedily, and if we look at the mana on his priests, we'll realize that it was a terrible decision. Archmage goes down, and that's GG. Is it a granite golem? No, it's stone golem. Just a normal stone. Losing Lich is awful painful, but it's nowhere near as painful as losing an Archmage. Human will try to revive an Archmage in the middle of the map. No? Mountain King is trying to remain alive and functional and to do something useful. Yes, Archmage is back. Lich is also back. He revived Lich in the tavern as well, just to have an orb effect, because of course Orb of Corruption is very strong. Nothing matters as much on this Lich as an Orb of Corruption. Archmage is going down again. And that's all for Fortitude. Fortitude got enough. Infi won with Dark Ranger. What Fortitude could do? Establish an expo. is an option, but quite a terrible option against the Dark Ranger, because if Infi will see that Fortitude will is trying to establish an expo, he will not attack right away. He will come to the greenest, weakest, but closest creep camps, kill all the freaking creeps, make 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 skeletons out of these green camps, and attack at the timing when Arcane Tower is not yet up, when maybe expansion is finished but not yet paid for itself, and just kill everything. That's why Expo is a questionable choice against the Dark Ranger. Um, Fortitude could be aggressive, more aggressive against an undead base. Yes, Dark Ranger is being aggressive herself, trying to make you play her game, but in general, you can absolutely attack an undead base. You can try to deal with acolytes, you can force a few Nerubian towers, force a spirit tower. It's It would be a way better decision than constantly defending, because you can defend with a militia. You can't just make 5, 6 militia, surround the Dark Ranger along with footies, and try to kill her while she's draining your life. The first life drain will not go through all this damage, will not be able to negate all this damage. Next match, Fortitude against Infi. Yes, it looks like it's both 5, and I don't want to watch both 5. It's fine. Okay, springtime. Infi is not an undead player. I guess Infi got no chances here. He will try to play Dark Ranger again. Oh, Fortitude goes Spell Rifle. He knows what he is facing, and Pal Rifle, of course, is a good solution. Because Paladin is sturdy, he will not suffer that much from Dark Ranger. Paladin deals a lot of damage to her, to ghouls. Rifles will be able to focus everything down way better than footies. Dark Ranger takes a creep. And now this poor Paladin will get drained, but he will not give a shit about it. Rifles are not quick at the same time, and they do not deal too much damage, so in the end it's possible that playing rifles is not such a good decision as it initially looks. But yes, at the same time, rifles are able to focus down skeletons, and okay, Fortitude is going for quick tier 2. Maybe you want to add an arcane tower on your main. Really add an arcane tower on your main. No? Okay. Dark Ranger is alive and well. Something is killing peasants, because there are four ghouls, and these ghouls wrecking the humans' base, forcing militia, making peasants lose mining time. Paladin got himself a cloak of intelligence, which is +3, but it's still quite important. And Paladin got himself level 2, finally. No boots yet, so ghouls will just get away, but one ghoul will fall. Yes, that's why I hate custom. One of the reasons, let's say. That's one of the reasons why I hate custom hero skins, because attacks are not synchronized with projectiles, and with swings, and with actual damage boxes. So it's hard to tell when the damage was done, and then the swing was in vain. So, what Infi should do right here? Creep? Creep. The time to be aggressive is over. Right now, Human is making his Arcane Tower. And Infi got to evacuate, Infi got to creep green spots, Infi got to creep his own expo. Maybe creep the red spots in the middle, the yellow spots in the middle of the map. Or you can just creep expansion of your enemy. For what reason I don't know, but it's a creep camp. So if you see a creep camp, you can kill a creep camp. It's never a mistake, for hell's sake. Yes, it makes it a bit easier for Fortitude to establish this expansion, but he has no idea right now where Infi is, what Infi is doing, and it means that he will likely believe that there are still creeps on his gold mine and Infi is creeping something else, like the shop. Hmm. Fortitude is having 6 rifles already. That's quite a good number. Blood Mage is almost ready. Blood Mage is almost out, and when the Blood Mage will be out, Fortitude will be ready to attack. Because you generally want to constantly trade with your paladins, with your paladin. Not not really constantly, but in waves. You attack, you lose way less because you've got protection aura, because your rifles kite, your rifles do not take all that much damage, you heal them up, so your rifles survive for very long time. And then you get back, you regenerate your mana, and you attack again. So as power rifles, you want to attack in waves, sort of. And I believe Infi will just lose here because there is a critical mass of rifles. Another freaking subscription. I don't care about them on your. Uh, the person who is restreaming can't be can't be chooser. Mm, a lot of ghouls died. A lot of Skellies died. As much as Skellies give abysmal XP, they still give XP. 2 rifles died, I believe. 2 rifles died. 2 rifles were produced. These peasants are a bit out of place because it's way easier to kill a peasant than to kill a rifle, and of course each peasant is a skeleton. And another skeleton, and yeah. Infi got very few chances here. I doubt he'll succeed. Human is remaking an arcane vault. Infi is trying to creep his Dark Ranger to level 3. He'll succeed, but that's not enough. Fortitude decided against Flame Strike and decided to go Banish. Because banishing a unit not only saves it, but also prevents a skeleton from being made out of it by saving it, generally. And ghouls were never that good against Rifle Pala, because you can kite. Ghouls die, your rifles do not die, and that's the general idea. That always was the general idea. Another rifle will be saved. This healing wave, this healing ward should be used on a... No? Oh, that was just a healing potion. And now he'll be saved again, and that's the game. That should be the game. Yes, another abomination should be made about... should be ready about now. Oh no, it was a statue. Okay. This cloud has been researched. It was researched. The statue is healing up. Cloud, he really wants to affect all these rifles with the cloud, but it's not yet a good moment because Abomination will just die and nothing will be done. Fusilero! These are not rifles, these are fusileros! Yeah, because fusil is a rifle generally. A weapon. These are gunners. Okay, now this cloud spreads, but it doesn't matter. He already lost. Abomination goes down, another abomination goes down. This rifle is being saved by Banish. Orb of Corruption, of course, helps. Helps a lot. Paladin still got some mana left. Now a few rifles are damaged. Even now this rifle got saved. Paladin used mana potion. And he'll be fine. The moment Paladin will be level 5, it will be all over. It is all over already! And that is remaking the crypt. For what reason? Because he can. Of course he needs more ghouls, of course he needs more units, he may want to make some fiends to add focus against rifles, but as of now he is in too terrible position to even think about making more units. Another bot. Hello bot, goodbye bot, you don't deserve to exist on this planet because you're a dirty bot, not even with a human behind him. Dark Ranger got herself a mana potion for some reason. Silence could help. Silence could help a lot against power rifles, but I doubt the game will last long enough to give him an access to level 2 Silence and level 2 Dark Arrow. Infi decides to be aggressive, but that's very questionable decision. And finally, Fortitude is making Griffons, and Griffons, of course, will kill all the abominations with this. And Infi is losing mining, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know why Infi is not TPing out, because he'll just lose a ton of units and not achieve anything. It was not a ton of units, it was just one abomination, but it's still too much. Yes, Disease Cloud is good. Disease Cloud is awesome, by the way. He killed the shop, you know there is a shop here. No, he is a bit too busy. Second abomination is out. All these abominations will die to 2 griffins. Just 2 griffins and they are gone. They will be completely gone. What can Infi do right now? Retrain into silence. That may help, at least a little bit. Human is creeping, but Paladin is level 5. Blood Mage is level 4. Human is mostly creeping for items. A few Griffins are out. Griffins should be with his army. Of course, Infi is making gargoyles, but gargoyles do not do well against so many rifles. That was an interesting coil. And it's a Helm of Valor. It doesn't matter. Paladin get himself a Sobi mask, which matters a lot. But at the same time, we've got Death Knight with mana pendant, and it's also good. Also something quite useful. That's these are three corpses of your peasants who were affected by disease cloud. You don't let the plague spread uncontrollably. I mean, disease cloud doesn't spread, but it still exists. And right now, Infi will be creepjacked. Lose a lot of everything. And TP out. TP out! And in a way, is a good idea if you want to lose a lot of units. He lost a statue that's relatively equal to TP out. So, what he's hoping for? Lich is level 3, he may hope for Death Knight level 4, for Dark Ranger level 5, with Second Silence or level 3 Black Arrow. It will not be completely wasted. This gargoyle, poor gargoyle. But in general, I am not certain. There is a silence, but silence affected only Blood Mage. If silence affected Paladin, it could be a dead Blood Mage. Nah, he would just be saved. And right now, Human will just kill everything because he got his Dragon Hawks. Dragon Hawks will catch the gargoyles. Of course, Undead got no fins. So it's over for Undead. Okay, I guess I will not watch the remainder of the games, at least not now. So I'm very, very sorry for whoever is watching, but I was here mostly to comment on Happy against Infi, because I was quite surprised that Infi did so well, but it was Happy who did so terribly. And right now, yes, Fortitude against Infi is an interesting series. I may watch it later, but not right now. I have to go. Thank you anyway. Have a nice day. Later I'll stream in Russian. Stop streaming.